Yeah, so to me, I found the most interesting, well, domestic, but international as well,
Mm.
the Trump Middle East peace plan. And I think it's interesting that it could actually result into something significant. Hamas has accepted it. Hamas has a problem with the Israeli timeline for withdrawal of Israeli troops. But I think if Egypt and Turkey and Qatar goes in there with their armed forces because they're saying the peacekeepers are going to come from those countries, I think that's a victory right there. They should accept it and then dare Israel to attack soldiers from Egypt, from Turkey, and Qatar. So this could be the beginning of something significant. If these Arab peacekeeping soldiers are indeed deployed, then it would
Mm.
resolve the issue of the timeline because obviously Israel is not going to risk confrontation with these countries.
One of which,
Qatar,
one
for
of which
example.
is one of which is a NATO member. Okay.
And then Qatar, for example, this is where Trump gets a lot of his business money from, you know. And you saw recently when they did that, when they dropped the bombs there, the U.S. in this case, sided with Qatar and said that does not advance any of the interest of Israel or Qatar. So I think this could actually turn into something very interesting. Let's keep our eyes on that.
So I
Okay.
have a question for you, comrade. Does that include disarmament with Israel? Like, are they still going to be sending the bombs
If I'm
there?
if I'm Hamas, I would, because they want Hamas to disarm, right? So Hamas said they want to surrender their weapons to Egypt, and if Egypt accepts that, I would do it because, quite frankly,
But the U.S. will still be giving weapons to Israel to
but that's
still.
never going to stop. That's never going to stop.
Okay, so that's not even on the table.
That's not on the table. That's not going to stop. That's something that American voters and, many, forget the administration, many Americans, even Republicans who have any human compassion, have their attitude toward Israel has changed, because we've never witnessed this kind of live stream genocide, including of children. And that is a public relations disaster. I remember even Trump said that a couple of months ago, that this is a public relations disaster. If Trump, of all the people, is saying this is a public relations disaster to Israel, yes, it definitely is. And the country has really extended the level of global hostility toward the Netanyahu government. And you saw it displayed in the United Nations. You see it displayed on the kind of protests you're seeing in countries like Italy now, and this is just going to keep growing. I think Netanyahu, I don't know what was on his mind, really. I think partly he's not a stupid man. So I think he was so overconsumed by the desire not to prolong his own domestic criminal case that he was willing to exterminate as many Palestinians as possible. Because so long as that is on the headline, then there's going to be less focus on his own domestic criminal case, you see? It's amazing. There's no way could he have believed that you can kill 100,000 Palestinians and not have any consequences down the line, that the whole world would just be, okay, fine.
Yeah.
We understand. They came in October 7th, they killed 1,200 Israelis. So yeah, we think it's justified to kill 100,000 of them. I don't think so. Even this must have crossed his mind.